Hey guys, Power Gaming U here, and welcome to Hearts of Iron 4, The New Order, and welcome to Hearts of Iron 4, The New Order. In this playthrough, we are going to do something a little different. We're not going to go as any of the post-Soviet warlords or America this episode. No, we're going to go as the Grolskemani Reich, which is basically like the master of Europe. Yeah, master of Europe. Of course, there's the Triumvirate, which broke off from the Einheitspacht, led by Italy, but it's very unstable, so they're going to get wiped out of the picture easily. The end of the missile crisis, that's good. So what we are going to do is we are just going to steer the country of Germany towards, back towards freedom and democracy under Albert Speer. Hopefully, actual freedom under Speer. Like, the Jews will not be killed in camps like how they are right now. Like, I think around 50 million people died. Or, I don't know what we're not sure how the amount of casualties Hitler's reign of terror has brought this country. But it's probably somewhere between 50 million or something, I don't know. But, yeah, we're going to go as Albert Speer, and then we'll bring reform to Germany. We'll bring a new era to Germany. And which will pave the way for washing away the dark past that National Socialism brought. Our star has been set around the world. Assassin strikes at Hitler. It's like some Japanese assassins tried to kill him. Now, of course, we're going to use this power struggle to our advantage. We're about to go into a whole new focus tree soon. I mean, this is the Hitler focus tree, but this won't last long. Unfortunately, we won't be able to complete all of this right here. Like, we can only do this, and that's a man on the moon, and that's it. We can't complete packed war games. Yeah, we can't do much with here, but we can choose. Now we can just choose who will be Hitler's successor. Can it be the conservative, Martin Bormann, the reformer, Albert Speer, or the butcher, Reinhard Heydrich? We are going to do the reformer. And then can bring peace and democracy back to Germany. Let's reel in the war pro. And then we can just go right down this focus tree. Tick tock, tick tock. Let's divert military equipment over to our side. Adolf Hitler is currently in fair health. But that's not going to last long for him. I'm afraid. So, yeah. We're just gonna get started right here. We're gonna try appealing to Speer. Student protest on Don't! Yeah, no matter what you choose here, the result's always the same. Sake of the Fuhrer, remain calm. That 77, negative 77 political power. And we only have like 49% stability. And as we get close, as we reach 1963, that is gonna decrease rapidly. I have a feeling once Hitler gets weaker and weaker, like eventually gets very, very sick, his stability will tank. Then we can get Albert Speer in. It looks like there's a prison breakout. A lot of like slaves, a lot of Russians that were enslaved here in Reich's Commissariat to Moscovine just broke out of prison, and now they're on the loose. Just gonna, after we reeled in the Ore Pro, we're just gonna calm down the Wehrmacht. We're just going to ask the Wehrmacht to calm down and go to our side. We're just going to convince them that National Socialism kind of sucks. And that it needs some reform. And then we are going to just do these reforms, and then we are going to just reform it enough so we can phase it out. We can just phase out National Socialism because it's failed at this point. It's failing. Like, all it really did was enslave the Slavs in the East, and particularly Poland, Ukraine, Caucasus, Russia, and Belarus. Like, all of them have been enslaved in tens of millions. And all the Jews over there would be exterminated altogether. They'd all be sent to Warsaw or Litzmannstadt to go work and be forced to make like helmets or hinges, and then they would later be sent to Auschwitz and then would be killed there. Anyway, we are going to get into the war eventually, so might as well start researching. Getting some technology going. Just research them. We've already reached March. Lies, failure, disappointment. And yeah, Goebbels died. Got shot by some partisans, I think. And a lot of Poles has escaped from here to here. Like, they went right into West Kazakhstan. Now the majority culture of theirs is Polish. Before Kazakhstan got remade into one united, like, country, there was like a bit of land over here called Nova Polska. And then when they united all Kazakhstan, they just create like some puppet states, like break them up into puppet states. There we go. We're trying to talk some sense into the Wehrmacht. Look for some opportunities. Protests reach new heights. These people have a right to protest. Make sure they're safe. Don't go full on Tiananmen Square on them, like, you know. Adolf Hitler is currently in poor health. Just gonna embrace the students, increase popularity of the Reformists. Let's just divert some infantry equipment to our side. Cold War interface. United States of America has more score than us. Fuck. Okay. Oh, I think we got away with that one. Just gonna search. America, that was U.S. for. Now it's just independent Iceland under paternalistic conservatism. Although they did take Greenland. and Germany's borders did increase in size. Like not only they got Austria, all of Czechia, and the old pre-1918 borders back, but they also took like parts of Poland right here, as well as Bryansk right here, and turned into Südostpreußen, like a new territory of the Reich, of the mainland Reich. And they also have a colony out here, like Crimea and parts of Zaporizhia and Kherson. Although Kherson City is controlled by Reichskommissariat Ukraine. So yeah. Let's find the reformers. We need to find some people that are in line with our ideas. Like, we're just gonna convince them that... Oh, looks like communists have won in Yugoslavia. Josip Broz Tito has won. Did a coup in Croatia. Now it's Yugoslavia. But I know Italy's just gonna come right at them and just put them right back in their Speer. Looks like the triumvirate's starting to disintegrate. The Adolf Hitler Art Gallery opens. Surely artwork is the soul of any nation. Yeah, an Austrian painter took over. Like, this guy is an Austrian art school rejectee. Someone got rejected from art school in Vienna. And now look at him now. He rules Germany. And just conquered his way, and he conquered most of Europe. He conquered most of Europe. He killed more than 45 million people, at least 1962 standard. I know he would have killed a lot more in this timeline, like a lot more. So I'm just guessing 45 million people. More than 45 million people. Like, in our timeline, he killed... You may think he just killed 6 million Jews. No, he killed 12 million people. That weren't just Jews, but they were Slav. He killed 12 million Jews, he killed Slavs, he killed Christians, he killed anyone that disagreed with them, killed a lot of people. And that number is pretty high. By June 8, 1962. And there is church suppression. And of course, now that the war is over, Hitler's now persecuting Catholics. I mean, Hitler was born Catholic, but as he grew up, he started to really hate the church. And he considered Catholicism or Christianity as a whole to be an enemy, to be a threat to the Aryan people. He didn't really persecute Catholics because he wanted to keep stability in Germany. He wanted Germany to be... But now that he won, he's now doing that. He's now shutting down Catholic institutions. He's doing it way more now. Like he is not friendly towards the Catholics, pretty much. Yeah, he's trying to end Catholicism in Germany. That's what he's doing. Autobahn Renewal Project. A tragic oversight that we will repair. We're not going to divert any... Actually, we'll just divert some more. We can't have enough. We need a shitload of weapons. But yeah, Hitler really hated the church. And Mussolini Mussolini also really didn't like the Catholic Church, although he did sign a treaty with the Vatican. It's one of the reasons why Hitler didn't immediately go after Catholics too much, was because he did not really shut down did not really sign something to shut down all Catholic institutions and persecute Catholics immediately, too much. I mean, it did happen, but not so wide. And he didn't do it so wide was because he was for the sake of stability in Germany and to respect that treaty that Italy made with the Vatican. Like right here. The Lateran Pax. Yeah, they signed a treaty together, respecting each other. Although Mussolini didn't really like Catholics too much. Just saying. Just saying. It looks like the Italians are going after Yugoslavia. Along with Bosnia, which is an Italian puppet state, which broke away from Yugoslavia. Now it's the only republic in Italy's sphere of influence. Well, there's the Hellenic state too, and there are some other things, but Bosnia is the only republic that's in Italy's sphere. It's Islamic conservative. And it looks like Valery Sablin got cocked. Let's just support the case. Let's tour the nation, then let's appeal to the Reichstag. And there goes, there goes Tito. Winter has come to Croatia. Now Croatia's under the rule of Svalnir II. I'm surprised Switzerland hasn't been attacked just yet, because Hitler wanted to go after Switzerland, like Operation Tannenbaum, but he didn't do it because Switzerland's vast mountains. The Wehrmacht and the Waffen-SS would have gotten destroyed easily in Switzerland. After the war is over, but Germany's going through a lot, so there's no way they're going after Switzerland now, because they're getting very unstable. Look, 29%. They're at 29% stability. They're gonna implode. Germany's gonna implode soon. And in the Reichskommissariats, there's the Donbass region, like Luhansk and Donetsk. Rostov seems pretty, like, stable, at least for now. Eventually they're gonna join the rest of Donbass and getting screwed over. There's some other stuff going on in Volyn. In the Volyn Oblast, I see it's demilitarized. I mean, there's something cooking over there. And the Reichskommissariat Ukraine also has Belgorod. They took it from. They annexed the Belgorod Oblast, it seems like. And Belgorod is a Ukrainian city now. Well, it is a majority culture Ukrainian, but it still has a Russian minority there. What does that madman think he's doing? What do you think you're doing, you four-eyed prick? And you know something with Himmler? About Christianity? Himmler didn't like Christianity at all. Like, he wanted to convert the entire population. He wanted the entire population of Germany to convert to neo-paganism and just reject Christianity altogether. But yeah, during the war, Catholics in Germany were persecuted to some extent, not entirely, but they were persecuted. And I know Jehovah's Witnesses were sent to camps And they were sent to camps because they did not agree with the They did not agree with the Nuremberg laws. So Hitler persecuted. Yeah, Catholic. I'm sure by this time Catholic institutions would have been completely shut down. Alright, we can now bring some Heer regiments to our side. Let's look for some more opportunities. Let's root the SS influence out of the civilian sector. Yeah, as you can see, church suppression is at an all-time high. Public meetings have been regulated. And political parties? Nah, it's a one-party state. All these other parties are trash. They don't mean shit, pretty much. They're all weak. This is a one-party state. Foreign policy. 30th anniversary report of the class of 41 by Howard Nemerov. There's a poem there. You know, we're just gonna... We're soon to make Germania Berlin once again.
Bereit!
And Germania was actually designed by Albert Speer, like completely, from the Volksstadel to all the apartment buildings. Though all those were actually constructed by Albert Speer. This has like a lore right here. Like, click it. Alright. And we can read this. Welthauptstadt Germania may look like the shining fruit of the Führer's labor, but its roots run deep, has the rot infecting it. Hundreds of meters below Speer's elegantly designed promenades and Hitler's megalomaniacal symbols of his will. Great concrete and steel superstructures groan under the weight of the Welthauptstadt. Is this a step towards peace over there? That'd be nice. While pumps run around the clock to keep the swamps of old Berlin from swallowing the Führer's vision. The tremendous and classified cost of reshaping Berlin far exceeded even the plunder of a dozen nations, and outside the whispering grand halls of the city center, the Berliners of old still live like before Germania's rise, or in cheap apartment blocks for the unemployed masses. The Jerusalem Conference fails. A tragedy. But any treaty that brings peace to the Middle East is temporary at best. Right? Tropical storm Hornet hits Thailand. Have 10 years been destroyed in 24 hours? There's a lot of chaos going on in Malaya, I'm seeing. Anyway, let's restrict SS recruitment. Let's forbid certain, like, figures from getting into the SS. Because we want to stop Heydrich's, or I mean Himmler, is crazy plans to blow up the whole world. Let's bring some more hair regiments to our side. Yeah, we need some extra divisions. Like, the war is gonna happen soon. Improve fire control system. You know, with Revolution in Holy Land, yep, would you look at that? Democratic Republic of Palestine and the Socialist Republic of Jordan. Yep, there we go. It's fallen. Anyway, what was I saying? You know, they're with Albert Speer. There's the Reformist path, but there's also like a path to where you can go a bit more conservative, like only allowing like a few reforms to national, like only allowing a few reforms to National Socialism, but staying true to the National Socialist cause. But the Reichskommissariats in the east would become Reichslands, no, and they'd have German leaders. Yeah, they'd have German leaders, and whereas Reformist Speer, these actually have, like, Ukraine has a Ukrainian leader and is not under National Socialism, it's under National Conservatism. And Belarus and the Baltics gain independence from Ostland, and they also become National Conservative. But the Großgemeinisches Reich they'll just be reformed National Socialism. Would you look at that? It looks like Hitler's gone into a coma. Place the Fuhrer under a 24-hour medical watch now. Looks like Hitler's in critical condition. So you know what this means? We get to do some things around Germany without Hitler's will. Like, we can just restrict SS recruitments, defund the Luftwaffe, just do all this stuff. All while Hitler's in a hospital bed, not knowing what the fuck's gonna go on. And right after Germany's gonna blow up into a civil war, we're gonna win, and good old Himmler over here is gonna be shitting himself. And you know, about Himmler, if Heydrich won the Civil War, Germany would have just combusted into like some warlords, and then like some warlords would side with Some warlords would side with Himmler. Some others would side with Heydrich. And then if Heydrich wins, and he'll defeat Himmler, because Himmler's objective would be to get all the nuclear arsenals so he can use them and be an even greater threat to the rest of the world. Then Heydrich will take down Himmler. There'll be a huge civil war started, and then if Heydrich takes down Himmler, he'll commit suicide, and then Germany will explode, and then it'll just be anarchy. And I think, something, certain people in, an extent of the TNO community refer Heydrich as a hero because he defeats Himmler. Dude, I don't get why people, praise Himmler because of that reason. He did the Holocaust. I guess it's because Himmler was worse, but still, that doesn't put aside the fact that Heydrich was, I keep saying Himmler, not Heydrich, I don't get why. Probably just those powerisms. Heydrich was the main architect of the Holocaust. He was the reason why 12 million people died. 6 million of them were Jews. More than 6 million were Jews. The others were Slavs, Christians, and anyone. So that's why National Socialism isn't cool. Ooh, overview French Madagascar. Nice. Here's Nuremberg. I wish Nuremberg had a war right here, just like how the rest of Germany had a war. Nuremberg, as we all know, my ancestors on my dad's side lived in Nuremberg from 1680 all the way to 1720 when they immigrated from Nuremberg all the way to British America. Specifically Pennsylvania right here. Right around here, I think. And then later they would go right down here to Maryland, settle here, and then eventually finally go into Virginia. Then they lived in West Virginia, what is now West Virginia, for a little while. And then the 1900s they went right up to Ohio. Ludwig Erhard has some fascinating ideas. People need to trust in National Socialism? No. That can't be trusted, I'm sorry. I don't trust killing another 6 million people. I'm sorry. I'd rather much listen to Ludwig Erhard than listen to people that believe in Aryan purity. Thank you very much. I mean, none of the Gang of Four or Speer really speaking out against National Socialism, because if they do, they get shot and killed. If they do something like that. I mean, I know Hitler is about to go into a coma, but still. Speaking of Pennsylvania, I might be going to Pennsylvania, specifically Pittsburgh, right here. I wish I went over here, but I'm gonna go to Pittsburgh, like, at the beginning of August, maybe. Or maybe because of some happening in my family, so I might go to Pittsburgh for the weekend. I would like to go. It'd be nice to go to Pennsylvania. I've always really wanted to go to Pennsylvania. Mainly because of my ancestors that live there, but also because of the amount of history that Pennsylvania has. Like, primarily Philadelphia or Gettysburg. Not just my ancestors on my dad's side, but there's a lot of history in the state of Pennsylvania. Yeah, let's do the first reform. Then after Pennsylvania at the start of August, I'm gonna go back up to Ohio, Canton. And I wish they'd choke Canton down here instead of Akron up there. Because Canton, the city which I lived in for 6 years, from when I was born to when I was 6 years old, that city alone has a lot of history. Like, you got the Pro Football Hall of Fame, which was where the NFL was created. It was created in Canton, Ohio. Then there's like a Hall of Fame there. And then you got, it's an interesting part of history, the Football Hall of Fame. Although I'm not a sports guy. But it's part of history. That's what's important. And then there's the William McKinley Memorial, like where he and his wife are buried at the William McKinley Memorial. So, Canton's a very interesting city. I'm really glad I was born in such a historical city. duck. I mean, I kind of would like to consider Canton to be the reason of why I'm so obsessed with history. With not just American history, but German history. The Czechs to our side. I don't want just the hair regiments, I want the Czechs. We gotta bring the beer to our side. You know what I'm saying? Final curtain is fallen. There it goes. We can now secure Bohm and Machen. And that way they can be on our side, and we can just be up here, just kicking, like, conservative Nazi ass, and militarist Nazi ass, and Burgundian system ass. That'd be fun, to kick some Nazi ass. Even though we are Nazis, we're just gonna reform and just steer out of the Nazi ideology and go back into democracy. Like, get out of the far right. Just go back to being, like, center right to right wing. Probably that's what the end game to Reformist Speer would likely be. Should Speer remain in power. If someone like Helmut Schmidt comes to power, then it'll probably be center-left. Which, at least, center-left is better than... Center-left would be way miles better than national, so than the far left or the far right. Because we just want to phase out National Socialism. And then we can make German democracy an example, a pure example of democracy in Europe. And it'll be an example for all countries here to follow. Like, it'll be an example for Russia to follow. It'll be an example for Italy to follow. Let's promise a future now. Yeah, then we can reform. Then we can just tell... We can just tell the National Socialists, what the hell have you people done? Look at this. Look at what you people have done. You killed probably 50 million people. Maybe 60 million. I don't know. But it's way higher than how Hitler's body count was in 1945, definitely. Way higher. Anyway, we gotta aid the, yeah, we should probably aid the, Malagasys, or... And then we'll aid the Dominicans and the Madagascar. There we go. We now put French Madagascar into our hands. So yeah, that all would be... it'd be cool to help out the... which is now the, Militärbewaffnung Madagascar. You know, we can just send military equipment that way they can be completely in our sphere of influence, even though the rest of Africa is inevitably to fall to Himmler or the OFM. Still, at least we would have something over here. We could possibly have an ally over here in Dominica. But for now, dusk has set on the new order. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, join my Discord server. This has been Power Gaming You, und auf Wiedersehen.